The Patriots are closer and closer to getting back out on the practice field. So let's talk about the wide receivers group that will be there. I'm Sierra Goodwill here with Evan Lazar. Now, a lot of Patriots fans were upset this offseason that they didn't make a splash move for a big name wide receiver. They passed on them in the draft as no one was expecting them to do really. But okay, so they're working with the guys they have. What do you expect from the group they have in order to put together some decent product out in the field?
Well, Sarah, I think that out of any team in the league, the Patriots wide receivers might have overhyped themselves on social media more than any of other players out there. Mohamed Sanu, N'Keal Harry, all these guys in these throwing sessions that we've broken down every which way. It's been crazy, right? Where all these off-season tropes and all these off-season workouts are being made public now. I think the biggest thing is that you look at Sanu, he's a man on a mission right now, and he's been really doing his workouts and his off-season training at a different level. People around him, Drew Lieberman, Sideline Hustle on Twitter, I've talked to him about it. I've talked to his other coaches about it that have been working with him, and they say that this is a totally different guy than what we've seen in the past. So I think that they're going to see a reinvigorated and really a motivated Mohamed Sanu. Then with N'Keal Harry, it's really about the technique. It's about the route running, right? And I wrote in the post, basically I'd like to see Josh McDaniels kind of get a little bit more creative with his usage. And I think that there's really two-way street here of N'Keal needs to improve his technique and improve his route running ability. McDaniels needs to improve how he's using him in the offense. And the two of those kind of need to come together to get his development to be where they want it to be. So I think that that's the main thing for N'Keal is that he's going to want to play on the outside a lot, just the nature of the beast and the types of receivers the Patriots have. They could really use him at X on the boundary mostly, and not really as much of a slot receiver as some had theorized about. But that, in order for that to happen, he's going to have to get better at the line of scrimmage in his route releases, and he's going to have to be able to use his yards after the catch and contested catch ability down the field.
I think the Patriots definitely have two tiers of wide receivers here. That top tier of Julian Edelman, Mohamed Sanu, and N'Keal Harry. Hopefully, we're throwing him in there based on potential. But that second tier are your Damari Birds, your Jacoby Myers, Gunnar Olszewski, undrafted free agent Jeff Thomas. Out of those guys, who do you expect to make a name for themselves and make it onto this roster?
Well, I really would love to say Bird or Thomas because that's where all the offseason hype has been. But the quiet guy, Jacoby Myers, has been quietly going about his business. No social media posts, no Twitter hype videos, nothing like that. And I know I've reached out to Myers. I know he's been working out. I know he's been honing his craft. I think he's ready for the season. And I think the biggest thing for him is he's been doing a lot of speed training and trying to get a little bit more explosive and dynamic as a route runner. We know he can run routes. We know he's got quick feet at the line of scrimmage. We know he can do all that. But even when you get the release off the line of scrimmage and you get a clean release with your footwork, then you got to run away from the defensive back. And that's sort of been Myers' problem last year. So don't sleep on Jacoby Myers. I know there hasn't been as much buzz about him in the offseason compared to the other guys that have been posting all over social media, but he's that quiet worker that's been doing a good job this offseason as well.
Well, I look forward to once again practice happening, and so we can actually analyze how these guys look. Because right now, everyone can make themselves look good on social media. So let's
Very
see them
true.
out on the practice field. But this segment has been brought to you by Masterclass. Get unlimited access to every Masterclass. As a Patriots Press Pass listener, you can get 15% off the annual All Access Pass. Just go to masterclass.com/CLNS. And for all of our Patriots coverage, find it on our website at clnsmedia.com and subscribe to our YouTube channel at Patriots Press Pass.